Hello and welcome to the video, guys. This one's gonna be a bit different, but I just wanted to get a video out there because I felt I needed to. And I kind of also had this idea for a while. I think it's gonna be much easier, and it hopefully will mean I'll be able to do more videos in a day. And this is essentially doing a tier list per ranking. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it based on each team's squad, and I'm probably gonna do try to get one out per day. But I may get a few more than one out per day because I kind of want to do this before the January transfer window opens because I've got a lot of transfer videos I want to do about that. But anyway, this is how it's going to go for now. And also the background music is sort of a last minute thing, so if it's a little bit inappropriate or boring, I'm sorry. Anyway, I thought this would be just a good video to do just because I wanted to get some in. So I have created this tier list. I'll probably make it public, so if you guys want to go into the description and do it yourself, you're more than welcome. But yeah, we're going to start with Andre. Now for me, Andre's one I'm a little bit concerned about because I really rate Andre as a player. Like, I really do. I think he's going to be by far Wolves' best player. It just depends on if he's going to get to that in time, because I think Wolves need that player he can be right now. They're not a club that can afford to develop players, especially when Andre's not necessarily too young as well. I do think he will give him time. I think he will get to what he can be, and I think he can be up here for me easily. He can be. I think he has potential to be the best DM in the whole world. I'm being serious about that. I think he genuinely could be. Maybe not quite about that because Rodri is absolutely elite, probably the best DM of all time, but at least the best Brazilian player in the world. I know Vinicius exists, but hey, I do genuinely think, and he's not anywhere near that right now though. To be very clear, he's not. I would say right now, his performances have been a bit mid. Oh yeah, I need to also clarify, this is going to be based on this season's performance and how much I rate them in general. So if they've not been good and I don't rate them, well, you know, it's unfortunate for them, isn't it? But I think Andre's pretty good. I don't think he's been as bad as, you know, it looks. I think he's been okay, but he needs to play much better. The whole team kind of does, barring a few players, and I think overall, it could be worse. It could be worse overall. I think I do kind of forget some of these guys. So for the backup goalkeepers, what I'm going to do quickly, or the only backup goalkeeper, I'm just going to put him in the cell as soon as possible. Not you're a backup goalkeeper as well. I'm not saying they need to be sold. I'm just saying there's no real point in ranking them. You feel me? So yeah. Now, I think we're going to go based on... Should we keep the Brazilian trend going? Yeah, sure, Pedro Lima. Now, he's one where I was thinking it was going to be... I honestly thought he would get loaned out this season. I think keeping him is probably smart, considering they don't really have many defenders. But even then, he's obviously an attacking wing-back. And I think Semedo, we'll get onto him, but I think he's been actually one of their better players. So for a youngster trying to break through, it's not been easy. I think maybe he could be used further up front, and maybe their new manager, I should remember his name. I'm sorry, I forget his name. Maybe he could play him further up, or maybe he'll prefer him over Semedo. Who knows? But I do think he can be good. I just think he needs more games / starts. Kind of made that tier for players like him. Need games / starts, or could be loaned. I mean, you could argue here, to be honest. I might agree because they do have Doherty. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna agree. I think honestly, like a loan move to a Liga side or a Bundesliga, like mid to low tier side, would be a great sort of idea for him. I really do. Same with Luke Kundle, because I do rate. He's a bit older than Pedro Lima. Pedro Lima is, I think, 19. Luke Kundle's about 21, 22. So you could argue sell as soon as possible. But I just don't think there's much point, considering he's still young. You give him a loan, he impresses there. You know, like what, a championship team, maybe a foreign team, if there's one coming calling. Again, same with Pedro Lima. Actually, championship loan would not be bad at all. I just see a Liga loan being more beneficial because I do think he's a bit of a better player already than Kundle. But I still think Kundle, you loan him out, you get him a bit better, then, you know, maybe he's good to the point where you want to keep him. And if not, he's what, 22, 23? There'll be some championship promoted team, you know, into the Prem, or I don't know, maybe even a high-end championship side that's willing to pay, what, 5 million? I don't see why not. To be honest with you, I think it's worth the gamble. I think that's Kalasdik. He's gonna be on here because Wolves do not really want him until he's not even at the club. So, yeah, yeah. That one's a bit harder to do because I mean, as I say, he's in the stream not even there. So it's it's a bit unfair to say yet. Doherty, I'm gonna put Doherty in. I'm gonna put Doherty in. Need more games / starts. I'm gonna quickly grab my phone because I'm pretty sure Doherty has not had that many games this season, if I am correct. He's had 9 to be fair to him. Fucking hell, I thought he had less games than that. He's actually played quite a lot. From what I remember of Doherty playing this season, I would probably say I should have made an extra tier between these two, sort of like mid. But I don't know, I would say Doherty needs to go, and I feel bad saying this because he's a really nice guy. I just don't think that the team needs a player like Doherty anymore. For the leadership reasons, I can understand why keeping him would be a good idea, but I feel like with Pedro Lima, Semedo at right back, Doherty isn't exactly versatile per se. I feel like there's too much competition at right back for them to like need, considering I don't feel Doherty's much better than a low-end Premier League right back at this point, and I really feel bad saying that because I like Doherty a lot. So I'm sorry, Doherty, alright? But yeah, I'm sorry, man. It feels mean, it feels mean, but I don't know. Tommy Doyle is a weird one because obviously Man City's academy has been absolutely incredible, right? But has he been amazing for Wolves? I would say not awful. I think last season he was alright. I think for 5 million or whatever it was they paid for him, it was a good price. I think he's going to be a player that they're going to improve over time. I would put an average at best currently because he's playing a lot, so it's not exactly like he needs more game time. I'd say work in progress per se. You will see him improve as it goes along. Pardon me, just had a yawn there, pardon me. But I think right now he's a good player. I just think you can give him some more time, he will very much be a better player for them, per se. But I think that's Semedo. Semedo for me, as I say again, I think has been one of their better players this season. Would I put him in baller? You know what, fuck it, I will. I think he's been actually pretty underrated. I would say for me he is top. I was going to say top 5 right backs. I don't agree in that. If for the league only, calm down. For the league only, I would say he's probably in the top 7 or top 8 starting right backs. I think he's very, very good. Barca kind of ruined this man, but unlike Emerson, well, I mean, saying that, Emerson's actually doing pretty well at Milan now, finally. But he kind of is now, so. Yeah, I would say baller. Not really much to say about Nelson Semedo. I think he's probably been one of the better players for the last couple of seasons, and I think he's very much deserving of some more praise personally. Being honest, Mario Lemina. I like Mario Lemina, but I would say average at best at this point. He's not helped himself recently, as another player, Ryan Ignori, which is here. Those two have not helped themselves in recent games. I would say Ryan Ignori I would even put in sell now, because he clearly is just, he's wanting a move. I think you can get some good money for him, maybe 20-25 million. Depends who they bring in. I mean, they've got, I remember his name, they've got the left back, Spanish left back, Feyenoord is doing quite well, so maybe bring him back if he wants to. If he doesn't, oh god, that's not going to go well, but I think sell as soon as possible, just because I don't think he's going to want to stay there. And Lemina, you could probably put him there if you wanted to, but I don't know. From what I've seen of Wolves' team, he does seem like people, the squad seems to quite like him. He's quite an energetic person in that squad. At least, I've seen 2 videos. One was on the ratings for the FC25, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll go stop rambling. That's it there. Craig Dawson, considering they've had terrible shortages at centre back, yeah, I don't like Craig Dawson that much, but because of the fact he's West Ham. But as a person, he seems nice enough. As a player, I don't know, he's fine enough. I think considering everything, considering age, considering ability, he's been okay. And I was expecting worse. So fair play to Craig Dawson. I will give him respect for that because he's not been as bad as I thought he was going to be. I will be honest. Guedes, it's time to go for Guedes, man. It was a transfer that unfortunately just has not worked out. I'm surprised he hasn't been sold yet. I'm surprised he wasn't sold in the 22-23 season. I get that there'll probably be little interest, but I refuse to believe Saudi have not had some interest in him at some point. Maybe he doesn't want to go to Saudi, but at this point, just cut your losses. If you're Wolves, not Guedes, and just if like a Portuguese side going from a low tier Spanish side, low to mid tier for like 5-10 million euros. At that point, you may as well get something out of it, because otherwise he's just going to leave on a free. Had some awful injury issues. Has not worked out, unfortunately. And this is a player that's been capped like a decent amount by Portugal as well, so it should tell you everything. But yeah, it's not worked out. It has not worked out. I think it's fair to say. I should remember his name. He's Mali international. Boubacar Traore. That's it. I need to check his game time as well, actually, because I kind of forgot about this one. Boubacar Traore. How many game times has this lad had? That's not how you spell it. He's had, wow. He's had one EFL Cup game. That's sad, man. That's sad. He's 23 as well. He's not exactly young. At this point, I would cut your losses on Boubacar Traore because. What is Luke Cundle's game time as well? Because that's actually going to play a bit of a factor into where I'm going to replace him. I kind of forgot about Luke Cundle's game time. I think he's surely played at least once in the league, right? Oh my god, he's had it worse. Holy shit. Oh wow. Yeah, you know what? Luke Cundle and Traore, they're both in sell as soon as possible. But we'll talk about Traore here. Movement here. I do rate him. I think he could still be a good player, but needs, I think, a Liga move, a Bundesliga move, hell, maybe like a Serie A move even. Obviously, to a mid-table sort of team, that's what he needs because he's not going to get game time in that midfield. I would say Wolves have probably got at least a good amount of squad depth in midfield, all things considered. He isn't going to get game time there. Same as bad with names. I'm really bad with names. But both those two need to move on, per se. I think that's fair to say. Sam Johnston, we're going to do the goalkeepers, may as well. I mean, it felt weird that one of their biggest transfers last season was a fucking goalkeeper, when obviously they need centre-backs pretty badly. And obviously they did bring in one centre-back in Miopu, which we'll get into, but they brought in two goalkeepers. I think Sam Johnstone has been okay this season. I think he's probably a little bit better a player than Jose Sa is, but I wouldn't say he's anything other than an average at best. If I had to say maybe the best of the average at best so far, I would put Jose Sa in sell. I think it's time for him to go. Was not that great last season overall. Well, actually, to be fair, he wasn't great at a certain point last season. I remember thinking he was terrible, but I actually don't remember how many clean sheets he kept. Fucking hell. Spanish speaking cleaning jobs. I don't speak Spanish and I have no clue how to clean, so it's not great, but clean sheets wise. What are we on, lad? Nope. You want me to see? Don't want me to see? Can I please see? Please. Please, 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 please. Please, transfer market, save me. God. 8 million? How's he kept that? Oh, fuck's sake. Whatever. You know what, just sell Jose Sa, get him to Saudi or whatever, I don't fucking care. I don't care enough. How, good video, planning, fuck, no, I don't know what the hell that is. João Gomez, I put him pretty good. I think he's been one of the better players for a while now. Wouldn't put him in baller. Would I? You know what, I would. I will. I'll put João Gomez in ballers. He plays that sort of donkey kind of midfield role well, because you need that kind of donkey workhorse kind of player who just does the gritty, boring stuff in that midfield that allows the team to work per se, and he does it well. So fair play to João Gomes, and I think he will probably he's one that I know a lot of teams are interested in. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets a move soon rather than later, but yeah, I do think he is a good player, and I think he's been one of the better players. That's all I really have to say about him, to be honest with you. Who do we pick next? Oh, Santiago Bueno, who for me is probably their best centre-back. I would put him pretty good for Santiago Bueno. The defence has been pretty terrible, but again, injuries and a lack of squad depth is the main reason behind that. I think he is on paper by far their best centre-back, although I do think they've got... I'll get into it later, but I think he is a very, very decent centre-back. Uruguayan international, quite a lot of experience. He's 26 now, I think. I think, all things considered, he's been pretty good this season, and I do rate him as that solid sort of mid-table centre-back who's, he would do okay as a backup centre-back for an elite/okay club, but, is that good sort of starting centre-back for a mid-table club? That's how you really see him sort of shine. So yeah, I do think he's been alright, to be honest with you. I do. I'm sorry if that's a unpopular opinion. Again, Wolves fans, if you're watching this and you don't agree, I'm really sorry. You know the club better than me. This is my perspective from a very, very muchly displeased Spurs fan currently. So with my club. So that's the reason why. But yeah. Moving on. I think this is Mosquera. No, that's not Mosquera. Who is that? That's Totti. Sorry, Totti. He's not really that good, is he, lads? I'm sorry, I feel bad for him because I don't think he's that bad, but I would say sell. Normally I would say sell, but thinking about it, they have far too little centre-backs, so unless they bring in like 3, I would say sell just because they should, and bring in 3 new centre-backs in January, but they won't do that, obviously. I think right now keep him, but in the summer bring in some more centre-backs. Definitely bring someone in January anyway, and sell Totti. I don't think he's awful, but he's clearly not quite at the standard. I feel bad saying that, but it's the truth, to be honest with you. Sarabia, for the last couple of seasons, has been probably one of the better players. At least last season. His first season, I didn't think he was amazing. Second season, I thought he was much better. But that Wolves squad was actually pretty decent last season. I'd say pretty good is fair for Pablo Sarabia. Not insane, not bad, just pretty good. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Pablo Sarabia. Miopiu needs more games, to be honest with you. I think he's gonna. Well, he is actually injured. Thinking about it, so maybe not. But hopefully, he does get more games because he is left-footed, same as Totti, and he's a centre-back, obviously. He's young, but he is very much a very talented young centre-back. I don't think he's quite Premier League standard yet, but I think he could be, honestly, by the end of the season, a very decent young centre-back if he's coached right. I don't know how serious his injury is. Hopefully it's not that bad, but I do think he's definitely needing more games and starts. Maybe in the Cups to start with, and then get him some more actual Premier League starts would be helpful. But I do rate him. I do rate him indeed. Yeah. What do we do next, I reckon? I'm going to do Hee Chang Wang. I saw Irish guy talk about this guy quickly on his the player defending video he did. Not the last one he did, the previous one before that. And I agree with what he said, basically. I think last season he was actually very good. 13 goals. I think it was in the league, or it might be in all comps. Still very good. I think they need to start him more, to be honest with you, because I think he is... Not this season. He has this season. I would, if it was based on how much I rate him, I'd put him a baller. But this season he has not been as amazing as that. I think get him some more starts. I put him here actually because of that. And I would say he could easily be here. Maybe not best of them all, but could definitely be here easily. Who do we do next? We'll do Strand Larsen, my GOAT. I said he was going to be one of the best signings of the summer. I stand by it. I think he's been fantastic. I really do. I think he's been by far the most underrated striker in the league. I know in the last 2 games he may have slightly dipped in numbers, but that's just because Wolves have dipped a little bit as well. Him and Cunha are basically ploughing a dead horse through like a wasteland. It's just not a fun experience, and it's tough. And I think considering that, his contributions are amazing. I think he's on like 8 goals and assists in 15 games, which is again incredible. So don't sleep on Strand Larsen. I think by the end of the season he's going to be on easily double digits in the league, but could even be on like 20 goals unironically if they have a real new manager bounce, which I think they could. Put him in ball light easily. I'm going to get out of the way best of them all, which is Cunha. His last thing, the spectacles incident is like how I like to call it, is quite funny more than anything else, but he has been elite this season. I don't think Wolves should sell him in January. I think there'll be interest. I wouldn't even surprise me if there's a bid that goes in, but I think Wolves should hold out and basically go pay 100 million, try to get Chelsea to do something stupid. But if not, if Chelsea don't want to do that, don't sell him, because you need your key players who are performing when you're in a relegation battle. I know Wolves could do better, and I do think they will be safe, but without Cunha, I would be more worried. I don't think they should sell him at all in the summer. In January. In the summer, you'll probably have to make do with him leaving, but in January, I would say do not sell him by any means. I think that's kind of obvious, but yeah. In case it wasn't clear, do not sell Strand Larsen, because not Strand Larsen. Do not sell Matheus Cunha. Oh, I may have fucked this up slightly actually. This is not Luke Cundle. That's Rodrigo Gomez. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that's my bad indeed. Yeah. I got this. This is Luke Cundle here. Luke Cundle here goes here. But I really do rate Rodrigo Gomez. I would say he needs more games to starts, but I really do rate him. I think he can be good. He has played a decent amount this season, to be fair, but I want to see a few more games before fully judging him. I really do think he is like a really, really good prospect. I'm not going to talk too much on him because I thought this video has gone on for a bit longer than I was anticipating, so I'm going to try to, keep it down a little bit. But yeah, moving on, Enzo Gonzalez. The Paraguayan, I think he's 23 now, 24. No, he's 19. I'm thinking of the other one. Damn, sorry. There's another Paraguayan winger that went into another Premier League side. Again, probably needs game time, let's be honest. I think he might be injured, so that's not helpful. He's 19, he's young. Loan or keep and give more minutes. You could put him in either. I would say loan, but you can put him in either. I don't really mind. It's your choice per se. Bellegarde is an interesting one because obviously he's a decent enough player by all means. I think they bought him from, where was it? Strasbourg, right? That might be me going crazy on that. I think it was Strasbourg. No, it was Strasbourg. I think this season he's played quite a lot, to be fair. I don't think it was awful last season. I would say for Richard Bellegarde, which, to be fair, I will admit the name is great. Like, the name is fucking awesome. But I would say average. I feel bad saying that, but it's probably the truth. Being honest, probably is. Carlos Forbes, I would put in loan / not ready yet. I know he's on loan, so, but I wouldn't say he's ready yet for the Prem. Could use some more games / starts, but I just don't think he's ready yet. I do think there is potential, but I think it's going to take some sort of. They do have a bit of injuries problems already, but I think it would take some massive injuries for him to sort of be in consideration for that first team. But then again, the new manager might decide they really like him, so who knows. And the final one we have to do, dun, 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 it is the guy, I forgot the name, Mascara. That's it, Mascara, yeah. Almost forgot his name for a second. Yeah, so Mascara, for me, he's the one who did, I'm pretty sure he's the one who did the thing with Jesus, which is really funny. Was it Mascara? Thinking about it, I don't want to get that wrong. Mascara, Jesus. Yeah, it was really funny. So just because of that, he gets best and whatnot. No, I would put him. I really want to put him pretty good because I don't think he's been that bad. But I'm gonna put him top of average at best. He could move there. I really do rate him though. I think he's young enough to the point where he can definitely improve massively. But anyway, that's the video. I'm sorry if this went on for a really long time. It fucking did, my god. Just thought I'd get the video out. This is a pretty easy idea. Again, sorry if the background music's really annoying. My bad. And I will see you, well, later, I guess. Goodbye. And have a good day.